My friends, welcome to the capital of Paraguay, Asunción. What you are looking at is the Column of Independence, erected in 1811, celebrating Paraguay's independence from Spain. It's been a much longer battle than that. Since 1500, these people have been battling oppressors in the red, white, and blue. It's good to be back in the red, white, and blue, not gonna lie. We're gonna be talking about Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who helped the American independence. And I'm gonna have to bless these people with a Louisiana Purchase today. 1811, they finally set sail, but they've been fighting off missionaries since the 1500s. And they got giant toads. I told you last week, the US had to issue a no-lick policy. Gotta lick the toad for good luck. Asunción translates to Assumption, named after the St. Mary Feast of the Assumption. I don't know what that's about. A bunch of guys got together and ate out of Voyagin. The city of Assumption, or when I'm here, is the city of consumption. Havana, a couple of beers. Our goal today, as another Napoleon I like, Napoleon Hill, he writes about independence and always needing a goal to avoid drifting. So our mission of independence today is to be the biggest ass in the city of Asunción. I think we're off to a good start. I mean, I feel right at home. Red, white, and blue, gigantic surveillance tower. We're gonna take a lap around this main park. It's a very small, very quiet city. Being Sunday morning, all the Hispanic people are in church. So I say we go and check our head into the National Cathedral, right around the corner. It's pretty lit. That is worthy of a national cathedral. We're gonna have to be more respectful. I know last week we infiltrated a Buddhist monastery. However, that is a religion of peace. You and I know very well, Christians will put up a holy war. Let's be quiet. All right, we don't want to get sucked in. We're gonna move along. On the other side of this park seems like a cultural center. If you ever visit, Lido Bar, extremely popular for tourists. And you've got all of these old brick buildings. Pretty spectacular architecture. Short walk to the cultural center. It's pretty wild. We're like 3 blocks away from the Capitol building. And we've got favela level living. You can see the main river over there, big for exports and imports. And that's also where the beach is, which I might wind up at the end of the day. Some good art. Got some ancient writings. That's a good thumbnail face. Here we go, the origins. This is where we are. This is where that favela was. Just trying to go for a drink. Havana, a couple of beers. Check this out.
As President of Paraguay, my first order is to erect more surveillance towers. They're going to be huge. They're going to be the biggest towers, the best.
We out here in France. What if this is what it looked like next to the White House? It smells really good, not gonna lie. Got 4 people on a motorcycle. I saw the other day a guy with his baby on a motorcycle. It was badass. Bro, if that was on Pennsylvania Ave, you'd be booted off in a minute. But it's good to see the UN is doing their bidding there. All the missionaries are a thing of the past. Let's see what's upstairs. Yo, who's trying to pass some legislation? My first order of business, we're gonna build a mansion for every family who could fit 4 people on a motorcycle. What the hell is this? Testing. Testicles. I can't believe you're just allowed to walk around here. It's like a war room. You see the votes up there? Yes or no, should we try to invade Brazil? A country 200 times as big as Paraguay. I'm gonna go down this way. Unfortunately, I don't think my arms are long enough to do these. I got a big old map in the next room. In case you don't know where Asuncion is. Don't make an assumption, being the city of Assumption, because that makes an ass out of you and me and these guys. Old passports. Old books. Let's see if they mention it. 1947. That's when the dictator took power. Stroessner. They don't talk about it in this museum. What do we have here? We talked about in Guatemala, United Fruit Company. Look at these scissors. That's for when they do the circumcisions. This is a good museum for free. Nice bit of Paraguayan history. I say we move it along. Pretty good museum for free. That is the old Justice building. So we're gonna make our way to the government building. But that's where your Supreme Court is making its decisions. And over here it looks like we got an amusement park out of commission on a Sunday morning. Making our way into the heart of the city. I think it's a saying, no free lunch. These trees are lined with fruit. What are those, oranges? Really nice time walking through the streets here. Being from New York, you would think the Big Apple, all the trees lining the streets had apples on them. But then who's gonna pay for produce? Paraguay, baby, where the streets are lined with fruit. Strosnar abusar niñas. Uh-oh. Benedict Arnold located. We got some damn commies in the bunch. I'm on my eye, looking out for any imposters, and I think we found one. I can't believe these fruit trees. Yo, there's so many. I gotta grab one. This one looks ripe. Yo, it smells like citrus. All right, we'll find somewhere to post up and eat this. Well, we are outside of the Teatro Municipal. Municipal Theater. Is this going too meta right now? All right, guys. It is time for the forbidden tree fruit. They got a free sink here, so when you get all sticky, you can wash up. Just gonna bite into it. Tastes like an orange, but a little bit underripe. Being the fact I didn't bring water is pretty amazing. And you're telling me these things grow on the trees for free? A couple too many pits, but other than that, no complaints. ¿Qué es este? Naranja?
Naranja.
No son listo.
¿Ah?
Es verde. No naranja. I'm in the way of the sink. Naranja agria. Primera vez. Gracias. From El Arbol. Orange deleted. A little bit bitter, but it still hit the spot. I've been meaning to share with you guys the currency. I don't know if you've ever seen a man hold $1 million in the palm of his hand, but you're about to. Here it is. $1 million. I'm not even kidding. The currency here, it's crazy deflated. You're going to have to take out literally $1 million if you want to stay here for 5 nights. It's going to push your wallet to the breaking point. My wallet looks like a ham sandwich right now. Moving our way to the Pantheon of National Heroes while I digest this unripe fruit. We've got the National Bank over here, and behind me, half the city's police force. The city of Asunción was founded in 1537 by Juan de Salazar de Espinosa. Tell me that's not the most Spanish name you've ever heard. How can you be from 2 places? De Salazar, de Espinosa? What is this guy, a quantum baby? We're coming up on the Pantheon of National Heroes. Looks like we've got some military personnel outside. Few people know, in 1541, just 5 years after the founding, Buenos Aires was being attacked by the Pampa Indians. So everybody from Buenos Aires came up to Asunción. This created a whole nother class of division. When the Spaniards created a law against intermarriage between the natives, an entire class of untouchables was created called the mestizo. You have a Spanish mom and a native dad, you're an untouchable. You're like a light-skinned Indian. A light-skinned Indian. Coming up on the Pantheon of War is protected. ¿Puedo entrar? Gracias. Seems like a war memorial. The War of Triple Alliance was between Paraguay, Brazil, and Argentina. We were on that border just a few days ago, if you remember. And all I saw in terms of military protection was one boat on the Paraguayan side. When all that war subsided in the 1800s, it became known as the Paraguayan War. And we're still celebrating the victory, as you can see. Thank you. From here, We are going to go to our final skibidi. As I said, we're keeping this one short. We are going to check out the president's house. Being around all these municipal buildings all day, it's really irking up my PTSD. Pretty tired of stupid Democrats. No, for real, I have debilitating PTSD from the Vietnam War. President's house. We'll be right there. Shee! Here we are at the Palacio de Lopez. This is the Paraguayan White House. This thing is 5 times the size of that government building. At least in Washington, D.C., the White House is like 1/10 the size. No camera? Allí? Ah. See, you can't record right in front of the house. But 20 feet over here, that's okay. See, this place housed the biggest dictator maybe in South American history. Alfredo Stroessner. His name is Alfredo, like the sauce that you eat. Homie left a legacy of self-censorship and fear amongst the people. But Paraguayans pack a punch. Amigo, para una pregunta. Alfredo Stroessner, ¿es verdad abusaba niñas?
Não sei. Eu sou brasileiro, mas não sei dessa história não. Como muitos, assim, sempre tem história. Então,
Sí.
se,
¿Y qué piensas, Presidenta Peña? Peña es un buen líder, ¿no?
todos têm problemas. Todos os governos têm problemas. Dificuldade hoje para administrar porque existe uma força política e financeira muito grande. Então, eles sozinhos não fazem nada. Então,
En todo el mundo.
todo o mundo está igual, né? E a Sul-América é uma característica muito clara esta situação de pobreza, de o dinheiro valer pouco.
Es
Então,
mismo.
eu considero a América
Sí, Estados Unidos.
Latina, terceiro mundo, Europa, fora Portugal, é primeiro mundo, e a América do Norte. Eu vou dizer uma coisa de experiência própria. De política é igual, militar é igual, futebol é igual. Então, esse é um grande problema que nós temos, extremo. A esquerda é muito malo e o que está cambiando para a direita é mais malo ainda.
Los dos.
Muda tudo. Tomara, espero que isso tudo depois fique melhor do que é agora. Porque se estiver pior, não tem solução.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Ok?
Perfecto.
Prazer. Ademir.
There you guys have it. You heard it from a local. You don't need to hear it from me anymore. As I was saying, the Paraguayans pack a punch. Can't even stand in front of the president's house. But in 1999, somebody took a shot at the vice president. We don't condone that activity here, but it happened again. 2003, the people of Paraguay indicted former President Machi. My favorite story is about the Lady Juliana. She was a Guarani native during the time of colonization. She had a Spanish husband who she murdered. She convinced other Guarani ladies to do the same. And one morning, hundreds of husbands woke up dead in Asunción. Let's hope nothing gets to that point, as we can use our voices to talk this thing out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Asunción, Paraguay. Next video, we gonna turn up. I'll see you guys then. Sub up, like up. Peace!